Hi crafters, welcome to my second video. Last video we actually unboxed the Paper Pumpkin welcome kit. So this is the first kit that you're going to get if you sign up for Paper Pumpkin. Doesn't matter when you sign up, this is the kit you're going to get. So I thought it'd be really cool to show you the card that's inside the kit and how to make it. And you'll see how quick and easy it is to make it. You're going to get to make 4 cards with the kit. The kit, Paper Pumpkin, you see here, is $24.95 in Canada. That includes tax and shipping. So it's a really, really good deal. And like I said, you're going to make it 4 cards. Okay, so I'm going to grab all the supplies, put our box aside, and we can get started. One thing you'll see that you get in the kit, now I've already made one, so that's why I've opened some of this stuff, but you get the clear block. So this is a block D. It's a great size. It'll fit a lot of the different stamps. This is free when you get the kit, which is $11.50 value. The reason you're getting this block is because you'll need it for all of your kits. And the Paper Pumpkin kits are designed for people who craft, but they're also designed for people who may have never done anything like this before. So with the exception of adhesive, you've got everything in your box that you need to make the project that they're providing you. So let's get started. Okay, so you'll see that we have the instructions. Now, I've made the card before, so I'm not going to follow the instructions. I do recommend you read through the instructions first. Do that, then make your card. And it shows you all the various elements and what pieces are a part of it. So for now, I'm just going to put that aside. I'll use that for reference. We've got our card base, our card fronts, and then our card bases. So I'm going to grab a card base here. I'm going to put the rest aside. And I'm going to grab one of my card fronts. Put those aside. I'm also going to grab an envelope, and we'll work with that in a second. So I'll put the rest of the envelopes aside. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your card base. Now, this is a really fantastic cardstock. This is not something we carry in our regular catalog. This is really cool. You'll see it's basic gray. When I flip it over, the inside of the card is actually whisper white. That's a very cool feature. So, quite simple. We're going to fold it on the score line. They're already pre-scored for you. You can choose to use a bone folder. I do like to. It gives us a more defined crease. And you just simply run the bone folder along the side of the card. It doesn't leave a mark. That's the beauty of the bone folder. Other tools you may use will leave a mark when you do that. You can try your nail. You'll get friction burn. Trust me, bone folder's the way to go. Okay, so now I've got my card base folded, and I'm going to grab my card front. So look at this. It is beautiful. It's got a yellow variegated design, polka dots, very cool. Again, not a product you're going to see in our catalog, so this is a really special item. The Stampin' spot that comes with it is the same as our regular ink pads. Now, it contains the same ink, and it is re-inkable, so this is a really kind of cool thing. Again, designed in case you don't have any of our products, so you may not have had the color, or you may not have any ink pads at all. So you're getting enough ink to do the project, and you can continue to use this on projects, other projects that you do. Now, I've already pre-mounted my stamps, okay? I've put the labels on, and I've got them ready to go. And the sentiment here is, "Hey there, friend." I think it's a really cool, nice little, happy little sentiment for pretty much a huge variety of cards. I've also pre-opened my stamping spot. I just scored with my scissors along this edge and on the side here. I do recommend that you keep the other edge attached. That way, if you're using multiple stamping spots, you don't have to try and figure out which ink goes with which lid. That way they're always attached. So just a little tip. Okay. So you ink up your stamp, just like that. Now, one thing I always do when I'm stamping, I grab a little bit of scrap paper and I test my stamp before I actually put it on my project. Because once I put it on my project, there's no turning back. So that stamped quite nicely, you'll see that. I'll put that aside because I'll use it later on the next stamp too. So I'm going to ink it up again. Trying to give a nice coverage. My stamp is spot aside. And then I'm going to bring my card front. You want to stamp straight down, no rocking, nice even pressure, and lift off. Perfect. How's that? So now you can see we've got the "Hey there, friend" on the card front. Okay, I'm going to remove that stamp. And using the clear box is so easy. You just simply place the stamp on, add a little pressure. If you find they're not sticking, a little moisture, sweat your finger there. That'll always do the trick. And if they're cold, so let's just say for some reason you've had them in your car or something like that overnight and they're cold, a little snail in the back will also do the trick, and then you can wipe it off with an adhesive remover. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside for right now. I'm going to get our self-adhesive die cut elements. That's the next thing. So you'll see these are already sticky. You don't need to do anything other than place them on your project.
Okay.
All right, and just stick it in place just like that. I'm going to grab my banner. I'm going to stick that in place. Like I said, position it first. Make sure you've got it lined up where you want it before you press fully down, because you'll have a little bit of wiggle room before you actually do that. Once you've stuck it down, it's stuck down. I'm grabbing one of my little green polka dot medallions. How cute are those? I place that in place, and then finally, look how quick and easy this is coming together. I'm almost done my card. The button. Now the button, I'm going to wait until I actually stick this down to the card front. So I'm just going to pull that out. I'm going to stamp my watermark stamp. Now this stamp, you could use this in so many applications. If you do sort of a tone-on-tone effect with like crumb cake, for example, which is like our craft color ink and paper, would give you a very vintage and worn look. Just want to pre-stamp. Look at that. What a cool stamp. Okay, make sure I'm doing that properly. The last one I made, I have to say I rocked the stamp and I got a little bit of ink on it and just wasn't perfect. Yes, I make mistakes too. Okay, I'm going to stamp this down straight. Much better. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, last thing. Mounting it to our card base. Okay, so remember we pre-folded our card base. We're going to use our snail. Snail adhesive is from Stampin' Up. It's a tape runner style adhesive. It's really cool because it actually goes on blue, so you can see that you've actually put a very slight blue adhesive on there. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but I've put it on just a little bit in each corner, one in the center. You don't need to go crazy. Don't need to waste your adhesive. Okay, I'm going to press that down. And then last but not least, I'm going to take a mini glue dot. So again, adhesive's not included with the kit. I do recommend for 3D applications like buttons that we do, that you use your things like mini glue dots. Sticky strip will work as well. If you had to, like a white glue, but you would have to leave it let sit. The easiest way is to press your element to the glue dot, which is on the thing. Woo, I dropped it. And then it'll come off on the element that you're trying to attach. It's just a lot easier than trying to pick the glue dot off of the sheet and then stick it on here. Trust me, it's easier. All right, and then I'm going to simply place that on my project, and that will see nice and put. Okay, look at that. Beautiful card completed in minutes. The other cards, if you do the exact same plan, will whip off in no time. Anyone that signs up for Paper Pumpkin through me will actually get ideas, other alternative ideas emailed to you. These stamps can be used on a number of projects, and you could utilize these cards in different ways as well. So I've seen some really neat ideas and ways of using your Paper Pumpkin products in a different way. You may not think this is the layout you want. You may want to do something different. So that's certainly an option when you sign up with me. Now the last thing we want to do is the envelope. Now, there's a rule in Stampin' Up. Everyone should know this by now. No naked envelopes. What does that mean? Why would you send a plain, boring white envelope when you could actually send something that has some fun on it? So just simply stamping our Hey There Friend on the front of the envelope will take that from a boring envelope to something that someone would be happy to open up in the mail. We all get yucky mail. Why not have some fun mail now and again? So I'm simply going to stamp the Hey There Friend on my envelope. And now you've got a complete set. And what friend wouldn't like to receive that in the mail? Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that. You can see that the Paper Pumpkin kit, not only is it a lot of fun, it is super easy to make for an advanced stamper and or a beginner stamper. Anyone can do this, honestly. I would like to show you the next kit next month, so look for that video after the 15th of April. And that'll be really fun because that'll be a complete surprise to me. So hope you enjoyed my Paper Pumpkin video. Visit stampandteastudio.ca to order your kits today.